There's a few things students should be mindful of. It's being sensitive to different cultural and stereotypical experiences that we might be projecting with our costumes and what we say and what we do. For me, it's especially here at Loras and Dubuque, we are a campus that's very white dominant, and so do we become more attuned to what is considered offensive and sensitive to other identities outside of our own? That means, perhaps we shouldn't be wearing the blackface. Perhaps we should move away from costumes that uphold and reinforce negative stereotypes of certain folks. That might mean the negative Mexican drunk costume that we see kind of everywhere. But also being mindful of costumes that hypersexualize individuals in different um, kind of positions as well. I always look at how women are kind of portrayed in costumes, whether it's the sexy officer or sexy firefighter. It's always sexy something.
Mm.
I think that's the few pieces we want our students to be mindful of as well.
Mhm. And so, and I guess, if it's, you encounter like people who, either at a party or if they see one of their friends dressed in something that they, think is offensive, how should they handle that situation?
I think students should go at it from a place of caring. The biggest piece of advice I can give to folks is ask them, hey, should you be wearing that? And if they ask, well, what do you mean by that? Well, did you consider that this could be seen or interpreted in a negative way by this group or that group? I'd say if you have any doubts about your costume and you're asking folks, would I upset someone by wearing this? You probably shouldn't wear it at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is a good exercise in mindfulness. Um, Definitely go at it from a place of caring. I think as friends, you never want your one friend to go on and do something bad. You want to make them aware, hey, don't do that. And so it's definitely an active role, but I think that's the big piece students can do is step up and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't or reconsider,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you know it's reinforcing a bad stereotype or a hypersexualized view of whatever it is that you're dressing up as.
Was there anything else that you wanted to add? Or?
I would say, I mean, it's tough to get it right all the time. And I imagine even with all the education, one or two people might mess up, and that's okay. The idea is now that you've messed up, now that you know better, do better. And so you might have worn something previously that could be interpreted as offensive. Now that you know better, do your part. Don't do it again, but also share that knowledge with
Mm,
others.
great.